Hey, hello, and how are you? I'm Will Robinson Smith, your host of Old, New, and Now Playing, joining you once again for another trailer reaction on this Trailer Reaction Tuesday. And you know, Disney's been kind of the king of the live action remakes of their, animated series, talking about things like The Jungle Book, Beauty and the Beast. We've got Aladdin and The Lion King coming out this year. And I think Paramount and Nickelodeon sat back and thought to themselves, we've got this property that we've been sitting on for about 19 years or so, and I think it's time to bust it out. Not only because, it's something that has remained popular for a certain segment of the animation audience out there, but also because they've had a little bit of a taste of how audiences might be receiving it when College Humor did their own interpretation of it. Talking, of course, about Dora the Explorer. Dora and the Lost City of Gold is the movie that Paramount and Nickelodeon are coming out with now. It is, like I mentioned, coming out 19 years after the series first premiered on Nickelodeon back in 2000. And, College Humor, as I mentioned, took a crack at it with a more of a, college humory bend to it with, I believe it was Ariel Winter who played Dora in that remake. But considering Nickelodeon is putting its name on it, I'm guessing it's probably going to bend a little closer to what the cartoon was than sort of going on the harder edge of, where College Humor was going with it. But it's got an interesting cast. So just, take a listen to some of the people that are in this. You've got Benicio del Toro as Swiper. Awesome. You've got Danny Trejo as Boots, which is a really interesting choice. Michael Peña's in this thing as Dora's father. Eva Longoria as well. And Tamara Morrison, who was Jango Fett in Star Wars Attack of the Clones. He's the voice of Commander Cody in Revenge of the Sith, and he's done the voice of Boba Fett and a bunch of other things. He was also in Aquaman most recently. The main actress, the one who's playing Dora, is an actress named Isabella Moner, who was in one of the Transformers movies. She was in Instant Family, as well as Sicario, The Day of the Deldado. So, she's familiar with working with Benicio del Toro, so I think that chemistry is going to be interesting. And, just the fact that they're taking on this project right now, as I mentioned, in the heat of all these Disney live action remakes, I think they're trying to capitalize on that, take a little bit of that pie, and I check me in the comments if I'm wrong. I think Dora is still on air right now, but it's, as I mentioned, it's been 19 years since it first premiered. It was a little bit after, it was outside of the cartoons that I watched as a kid growing up, but I think they're sort of playing on the same nostalgia pocket in a different way as, say, like a Detective Pikachu with Ryan Reynolds is, and Justice Smith, capturing some of that late 90s, early 2000s flavor of, the kids that were that age when they came out to now in their late 20s like me. So I think that's kind of the demographic they're probably going for, playing on some of the nostalgia of it, but while also staying true to the source material to a large extent. So let's take a look and see what exactly we're getting with this trailer for Dora and the Lost City of Gold. Again, not a cartoon series that I'm super duper familiar with, but I know the little ins and outs, the map, and swiping, no swiping. But I think we're gonna get a much more I think we're getting an interesting Swiper with Benicio del Toro. So let's take a look. Of course, the teaser before the teaser. Wait for it. There we go. Okay.
You know the jungle. It's a part of you. But exploring is not a game. And you don't look before you leap.
Probably in a room.
I'm okay, Boots.
No. Okay.
We're on to something big, Dora.
An ancient city made of gold. Parapata. And your mother and I are gonna prove it.
And me. I'm sorry, sweetie, you're not going. What?
Being in the city around kids your own age, like Diego, might help.
So you're gonna get invited to some of these parties called raves. The music sounds like this. Go get it! Be careful. That's what we want to say.
I like Michael Peña's dad.
Cousin Diego, you're so skinny and tall.
You are way more energetic than I remember. Dora, this isn't the jungle. It's high school. It's life or death. Keep a low profile.
Just be yourself.
Excuse me? I'm kind of stuck.
And just be cool, Dora.
Okay, what is this?
Oh,
Where did you transfer from?
the jungle.
Here's the scavenger hunt list. Team up in groups of 4.
Hola, Dora.
Let me go! Hide!
You'll help us find your parents and the lost city of gold.
Where are we? All I see is jungle.
I see 3 mercenaries, armed.
Oh, look. Dora brought a knife on the field trip, everybody.
Come with me if you want to live.
I were with your parents. You're all in danger.
We're gonna die out here.
There's no need to overreact.
Get it off! Get it off!
Boots! Of course, she knows this monkey.
It's now or never!
Some of the jungle
I have to
things
keep
are
going
very
no matter what.
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
She's freaking awesome.
I think we're safe.
Not safe. Not safe! Not safe!
This film is not yet rated.
Okay, so I feel like it's kind of what I would expect for a Disney movie. It's a little bit of a twist on what they had before, taking Dora out of the jungle, putting her in the city, and then she has to go back to the jungle to save her parents. Not the most innovative story they possibly could have come up with, but, for what they were, using with the source material and, having an interactive kids show where, Dora would ask something to the audience and then wait for something to happen. I think stripping that away definitely needed to happen. I don't know if they're going to have Boots talk. I actually didn't notice, was Boots wearing boots? Let me just look back here real quick. So it's very quick when Boots jumps in her arms. I don't, yeah, if he does, it's very quick and I'm not able to notice. But I think, everyone seems like they're going to be fine in their roles. It definitely feels like, a kid's movie, not really playing beyond their audience. I think the performances look like they're going to be fun. I think they picked a good actress for Dora, obviously sticking with the color scheme of the cartoon. I think for those opening moments, it translates well, and then just kind of taking that away, I think is a good move in making her feel more like a real human. Like I mentioned when I was watching the trailer, some of those parts of the jungle where they're showing some of the ruins and the hieroglyphics had a very Legends of the Hidden Temple feel to them, which is not surprising considering it's a Nickelodeon property. Legends was, and I think it's being rebooted or was rebooted. I don't remember. I haven't been keeping up with that very much. But as far as my overall impression, I think it looks like a harmless, potentially charming little movie. The animation on Boots looks fine. I'm curious if they're going to use the map somewhere in there. I feel like they have to allude to the map. Like that was a pretty notable part of the show. They've shown the backpack, but I don't think they're going to be anthropomorphizing any of the objects. Like the backpack's probably not going to talk. The map's probably not going to talk. Boots has a little more character to him, but I would be kind of surprised if they had Boots talk in this one. Kind of don't want him to. Feel that'd be a little weird. But those are my thoughts on Dora and the Lost City of Gold, the trailer that just dropped late this weekend. So give me your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you so much, as always, for watching. And what is, I'll leave you with this question. What is a cartoon of the late 90s, early 2000s that you would like to see adapted into a live action motion picture that hasn't already been put into production yet? Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, want to see more from the channel. And guys, thank you so much as always for watching. Really appreciate your support. Very much do. Be good to yourself, be good to others, and as always, I will see you next time.